crude language consistency. The high level of crude and offensive language continues both from the student witness, bubble guts, asshole puckered up, and the police/witness descriptions of the victim. Retard, mongoloid head, blood-curdling retarded scream.
Welcome to the Scafacci-verse. Hey everybody, welcome to the Scafacci-verse. I am Anthony Scafacci.
And I'm Alan Gigax.
And we want to welcome you back to another episode, and thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. You know, lately, dude, we've had a big upswing in our download numbers and subscriber base. Things are growing. You know, things are growing, man.
Oh, we got a buzz. Hold on.
Okay.
And it's fixed.
Yeah,
Good
hey.
job, us. Hey, I want to give a little context for
Sure.
what that open was.
Yeah, go ahead.
It is... So Anthony has his book that he's writing. The
Dude, it's almost
Go
done.
Fight Win.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
and
pretty much ready to publish.
Part 1 is going to be published pretty damn soon.
Yeah. And so in order to make sure that it's about ready to go, he's been feeding it through Gemini.
Yeah.
And getting feedback. And
Yeah.
that was some of the feedback from Gemini
Yes.
on your work.
Yeah, and dude.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Yeah, some of it, when I was reading it, I was laying in bed at night
Yeah.
as I'm doing this, and my wife is asleep next to me.
Right.
And she's a light sleeper.
Sure.
Right? And dude, I'm reading it, and I just start laughing, but I can't laugh out loud.
Right.
So I'm just trapping the laugh in, but I'm still laughing, and the bed's shaking.
Yeah.
And she woke me up. She's like, "Are you jerking off?" And no.
That's funny because that's where I was going to go with it.
No,
I was going to make the exact same joke about when we used to share a waterbed when you moved in. After
yeah.
I would just lay there with my eyes closed. God, I hope he's laughing.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so we have another Stadium Pulse.
Yeah.
And we have a Pound Town or a sponsor. Spoiler alert: it's Pound Town Chicken. When your lady asks you to take her to Pound Town, you say yes.
So you're gonna knock out a Stadium Pulse?
I am gonna.
Dude,
knock
I
out
like
a
when you
Stadium
do them.
Pulse.
They're pretty fun, man. Especially since
Yeah.
I don't ask you what the hell you're going to talk about.
That's true.
And
Oh,
we just
you don't
go.
know at all.
No, I
Yeah.
have no idea. So
All right,
I just
here we
get
go.
to see it. So ready, 1, 2, 3, go.
There's a very basic life skill of ordering at the goddamn counter. That when you're waiting in line, there is a line. And you're standing there in that line, maybe for 30 seconds, maybe for 5 minutes, but it's not a fucking surprise when you get up to the counter. And then when people get up to the counter, and that's the first fucking time they look at the menu, give me a goddamn break. Look at the menu. Get your shit together. You know there's going to be a point in the very near future where you have to order. There are probably people in line behind you. Get your fucking shit together and be ready to order when you get to the counter. You can see the goddamn menu. That's why they put it up there. All right. The end.
Yeah. That was good, man.
All right.
You know, I felt the same thing before, but it's less of an issue today. Because like nowadays, man, dude, you just look that shit
skip
up
it all.
online.
Yeah, order on the app.
Well, yeah, but you could also just like before you even go
Yeah,
there.
but they don't do
look
that
at the
either. That's the
menu and
goddamn
see-
problem. You and I can do that
Yeah,
because
like-
we're basically competent human adults.
Before I go to a restaurant, I look
Mostly.
at the menu
Yeah.
just to see what the hell they got.
Yeah.
And my wife will do the same thing, and then she'll still regret whatever she orders.
You know, funny you bring that up because I
Yeah.
was, once again, we're headed in the same direction.
Yeah.
Because when my wife and I were courting, we would go out to dinner or something, and she would hem and haw and take forever to decide what she
Yeah.
wanted to order. The waitress would have to come back multiple times. And I would just order whatever,
Sure.
and it would be great. You
And
know, it was
order
always something
standard
good.
or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, something that... And she would say, how do you decide so quickly, you know, what you're going to order? Because what you get is always good. I said, babe, it's because everything on the menu is good.
And I know
why
what I like, too.
Well, and I know what I like.
Yeah.
But, like, they put it on the menu because it's good, because people like it.
Yeah.
And whatever I order, I'm going to like it. I'm easy to please. It's not a big deal. And let's say that what I order winds up being an 8 out of 10. That's plenty good.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's great. Whereas she would spend all this time trying to make sure that she got the perfect 10 of an
There
order.
is no perfect 10.
Yeah. And like, dude, 8 out of 10 is plenty good enough.
Tripe is going to be tripe.
Oh, we'll have to tell that story at
Dude,
some
that's
point.
a really good story.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's tell it right now.
I don't know if we have time, man. Dude, we got to get
It's
to
like a 2-minute story.
Yeah, okay. All right. So
All right.
I'll tell it.
Okay.
Okay, so one time me and Alan, we went to this Italian restaurant.
Yeah, fancy
And-
one.
Yeah, it's a fancy one, right? I can't remember exactly which one it was, but
It was across from the Boulevard Mall on Maryland Parkway, but I can't remember what it was called.
So anyway,
Yeah.
we went to this Italian restaurant, and we're in there, and we're getting ready to order, and we're looking at the menu and everything like that. And Alan is feeling pretty adventurous.
Yeah, every
And so-
once in a while, on this same note, they're like, oh, everything on the menu is probably good. If there's something on the menu that I've never heard of before, fuck it, I'll try that.
Yeah,
Why not? Go
and-
somewhere new, try something different.
And so Alan asks me, what's tripe? And I said, I don't know, man. I wasn't sure. I'd never heard of it. And I'm Italian, but I've never had it. And Alan, without any further questioning at all, is like, dude, that's what I'm going to get. I'm just going to order the tripe.
Yep.
Right? And so the waiter comes,
Yep.
and Alan, full of piss and vinegar, is like, give me the tripe.
Right.
And waiter looks at him like, are you sure? And I'm just like,
And my recollection, too, is I said, like, I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but I'm going to try it.
Yeah,
And,
and
of
the
course,
waiter-
the server does know what it is.
yeah. And the waiter's like, are you
Yeah.
sure? And Alan's
Yeah.
like, yes. I'm
Why
very
don't you
sure.
just let me tell you what it is?
Yeah,
no.
I just want to just
Yeah,
bring me a plate.
Just bring it.
Yeah, and I ordered the chicken parm or veal parm.
Yeah,
or
it's
something
a good choice.
consistent,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the waiter just goes back and he puts in the order. And we're
Yeah.
sitting there, and we're talking about it, whatever. And,
Yep.
But the conversation goes to something else, and then a couple of minutes later, the waiter comes back, and when he puts Alan's plate down,
And my recollection too is that he checked again.
Yeah, he
that
did.
like he talked to the cook,
Yeah,
and the
and he
cook was
came
like,
back.
"Make sure."
yeah, it came back. and
Yeah, because
Alan-
they're not going to let me just send it back when it's disgusting.
Yeah, and Alan, when he came back the second time, Alan's like, "Did you fucking hear what I said? I
Yeah.
said, give me the tripe."
Yeah.
right.
Next time you ask me, you're going to get the answer with the back of my hand.
Yeah, exactly. And the guy, eventually, the waiter comes back,
Right.
and he puts the plate down,
Yeah.
and Alan just stares at it
Yeah.
because tripe, if you don't know,
Yeah.
is the stomach lining of a cow,
Yeah.
and it looks exactly
It's not food.
like the stomach lining of a
Yeah,
cow.
and the texture.
And
is,
Alan's
oh,
face, dude, he goes from a big smile to like, I'm
Yeah.
not so sure. Now, the table next to us
Yes.
has this married couple, probably in their 30s or whatever.
I
And, dude,
remember them being old, but
Yeah.
that's because we were young.
Yeah,
So,
we were
they were
young.
probably in their 30s.
they're probably like in their mid-30s or
Yeah,
whatever.
old
and
people.
dude, they're laughing.
Oh, yeah.
And they're giggling. And they're just watching us. And
Yeah.
every time they turn, they look. And dude,
Yeah.
they're just staring a hole.
Because I tried to eat it.
Yeah, and dude, Alan, he puts up, dude, he's
Like, because I
trying to
know it's
chew
not
it.
poison. People
No.
do eat it.
He's just chewing on it, and dude,
Yeah.
it's not going anywhere.
No.
And then it just
Yeah, and
he
the
can't eat it.
couple
Yeah.
interjects, and they're like, "Yeah, we heard you order,
And we
like,
knew what it was.
Yeah, we had already gotten our bill, but
Yeah.
we're like, oh, we got to stick around
they
for the show.
sat there for like an extra 25 minutes
Yeah.
just to watch.
Oh,
dude,
good
yeah,
times.
I can't remember if I'd ever laughed hard at that point.
Oh, dude,
I
that
laughed
was fun.
probably, and then enjoyed my dinner.
Yeah,
and I
right.
forgot what you did. You
I
must
think
have-
I just
you
ate like a quarter of it. Like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm just gonna
Yeah, just starve.
Yeah, I got a nice big belly full
It was
of
very
reserves.
fun. Very fun.
That
Little
was
story.
fun.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to today's topic.
All right. Yeah.
Back in the day, how far back do you want to start? You want to start all the way back
Well-
with your dad going out for a pack of smokes?
Sure. So
Okay.
yeah, so a long time ago, when I was just a wee pup,
Yep.
5 or 6 years old,
Yep.
my dad left for some smokes.
Yeah.
Right,
And he came right back, right, with
no,
the smokes?
He did not. Right, he just gone.
They never come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did have a visitation type relationship with him,
Uh-huh.
but dude, I can't remember really any of it, other than maybe going fishing a couple of times because they
Right.
were infrequent and inconsistent,
Uh-huh.
and he was just gone. Right, and
Sure.
for the most part, I don't remember really missing him.
Yeah.
But dude, 'cause
by the time I met you, you certainly didn't miss him.
yeah, I mean, I had a pretty fulfilling childhood.
And
in
your mom was a
terms-
good mom.
Yeah, in terms of friends and things like that. And then my brother's dad came along, and things went to absolute shit.
Oh,
Right,
right.
because he
Yes.
was a monster, like a fucking
Right.
monster, right? Like an abusive, physically abusive, mentally abusive monster.
All right.
Who one of the ways
Fun episode.
he would fuck with us
Yes.
is he would take things away. So if I liked something, let's say football,
Mm-hmm.
they'd let me sign up, let me start playing, and then take it from me.
Dude.
right?
Yeah.
And it didn't matter what it was. I would be given something, and then it would just get taken from me.
Right.
And this continued, along with lots of other bad shit, for about 5 years until he was gone.
Right.
Okay. And, that whole time, that portion of my childhood, it shaped me.
Okay.
Right. It shaped me in a way that it taught me to deal with misery. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
and
fair.
to just cope with things sucking.
Right.
Right. But also.
You used to have this expression. You would say life is a big shit burger and everybody has to take a bite.
Yeah. And for a long time, I believed that.
Yeah.
Right. And so as a child growing up, I was used to having something good and then having it taken away.
Right.
And what it did is it built a pretty big chip on my shoulder.
Well, and it was taken away because you weren't doing a good enough job, because you weren't keeping your room clean or whatever. That was some ostensible excuse, right?
It didn't matter, though.
Okay.
I could be doing whatever. If I really liked something,
Right.
it would just get taken
Right.
away.
It was just a power play.
Yeah, it was just a power play.
Yeah.
Right? It's just manipulation and abusive shit. Mental fucking fuckery. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, when we moved out to Vegas, this continued very, very briefly, but then he was gone.
Okay.
Okay, most of this happened in New York.
All right.
We come out to Vegas, and he's gone. And I meet my friends. And at this point now, I'm like 12, 13 years
about right. Yep. It's about
13
when we
years
met.
old,
Yep.
right? And, I've grown up a little bit, and I'm pretty good at sports in general and different things like that. And I really felt this need to prove it to everyone, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and it drove me probably in ways to be like sometimes insufferable, right?
dude.
Well, yeah. I mean, because
On my 10 sheet over here,
Yeah.
the first sentence has the word insufferable in it.
right. That at times I was like,
In fact, it's the very first word
Yeah.
on the 10 sheet.
yeah, there you go. Right. I mean, to where I would argue every single thing.
Yeah.
I would be willing to fight at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, and just fucking relentless.
And relentless, right?
Yeah.
That dude, I was like a dog on a bone. I wasn't going to give it up because having things taken from me
That's it.
was
Dude,
such a big
the
deal.
dog with a bone, once again, with the great analogies.
Come from a long line of great analogists.
Yeah, it's so good because it's A, you're not going to take it away, and B, that dog is not going to stop.
No.
And that's it, dude. You won't stop. You just keep grinding.
Yeah. And
Like
so,
a dog on a bone. Yep.
And so, as I got older, whenever I applied that to something I wanted,
Right.
right, I tend to get it, right? My mentality was always, I will just outwork everyone else. I will keep going until they quit.
Yeah,
right? No
this
matter
obviously
what it
didn't
was.
apply to schoolwork.
No, unfortunately,
it applied to
did.
things you wanted.
Yeah, it applied to things I wanted. If I wasn't interested in something, losing it didn't bother me
Right.
because I'd lost it before.
Yeah, you got used to having things taken away
Yeah,
too.
and
You can cope.
Yeah, and I would also kind of compartmentalize,
Sure.
to things I wanted and things I didn't. And so anyway, it built this drive in me and this willingness to fight and this willingness to just stay on things. And as I got older and older and older, it came to pretty much everything. If I got a job, then
Right.
I needed to be in charge.
Yeah.
If I would work until I became a manager, and I would work until whatever happened. But that's how
With
all
your
this
old
formed.
shitty jobs, like when you worked at Just for Feet, you eventually became manager, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah, there you
job
go.
I've ever worked,
Yeah.
I've eventually become a manager.
Yeah.
Or supervisor in
Of some sort, yeah.
Some sort. Every
Yeah.
single job I've ever worked.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if it's just through determination or if I just wear people down. That they just stop fighting.
Dude, as somebody who's been friends with you for 30 years, close to 40 years,
Yeah.
the wearing down it's fucking relentless.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And I know part of it's not healthy.
it sure ain't great to be on the receiving end of it, because Anthony will just keep going. And like, it'll get so where like, I don't necessarily, the problem is like, if I don't concede, we have a difference of opinion, and it's not something that's a matter of fact that you can just Google.
No.
It'll be like, like the Jets are better than the Patriots or something like that. And I'll take my position. Anthony will take his position, and then it just won't stop.
Sure.
And the argument will just keep going. And I mean, literally, if I would let it, it would go for hours.
Yeah.
And it would just keep escalating and just getting harder and harder. And even if I just no longer care, no, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
I have to come around.
Yeah, is that I felt the need to convince.
Right, to convince. That's it.
Right, is that...
Oh, dude.
And you know, it's funny because convincing people of something is a skill.
Sure.
Right? There's a skill to it. And because I've worked so hard to convince people to just go along with me, right? It works in various ways, including my job today. Right? Is that I'm
as
able,
a life counselor.
to convince people to just listen to what I say.
Sure.
Partially because
you're relentless.
I'm relentless. Right? Is I will just wear them down until they'd rather me just shut up.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
Yeah. And so sometimes they're just like, if you'll shut up, I'll go in the ambulance. You know? All right. Well, it works for me. You know, like, and it's funny because sometimes people
I can
will,
so feel that.
you know, sometimes I'll go to, like, let's say, you know, a help center, and I'll give them a ride in my car. Okay. And they're sitting in the back, right? And I got me and my partner in the front or whatever, and they're sitting in the back. And I'll just keep talking to them the whole time. And
like you're taking them to like county services or whatever. Yeah,
whatever,
okay.
right? Or sometimes to a shelter.
Yeah,
It depends,
there you go. Yeah,
right? Whatever thing that I can get them to.
Right.
Because certain things I can just give them a lift. Because they'll say, well, I don't have no way to get there.
Sure.
And, you know, well, I can drive you. If I
There's
drive
always
you,
excuses, right? They don't want to go.
Yeah, if I drive you, you know, right now, will you go? And that's the thing is I'll take away their defenses.
Dude, it reminds me of telemarketing.
You know,
and you'd have the script and you'd have the objections and the flow chart.
It doesn't matter what they say.
Yeah.
I will just keep going.
Right.
I have an answer. And eventually, you know, they kind of run out of things to fight me on. And then I could see it in their eye. I could see their soul break.
I can feel mine breaking just because I've gone through this so many times.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking exhausting.
You know, but like when we would go out to, say, like a bar to drink or to party or whatever, and there were girls that I wanted to spend time with.
Are you sure?
Right? They, you know, used to say, you know, you're the hardest working guy in the room.
Right.
And, you know, I used to laugh at that, but it was true.
It was true. If there were 11 women at the bar, you would talk to all 11 of them.
Dude, I'll talk to all of them.
It
Even if
again
I'm not
goes back-
necessarily interested.
Right. To that sales mantra that if you knew one of these oysters had a pearl in it, you would go around and crack open every one of them oysters.
Yeah, I took that to heart.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll crack every oyster.
Yep.
And then if there's no pearl, well, bring me another pail.
Right. Yeah.
And
let's go to a different bay and see if we can find some more oysters.
Yeah, just dig in the dirt. There's probably in there, right? And so, but I mean, this mentality, like I said, it works in some applications, doesn't work in others.
Yep.
You know, and I know that, you know, we told in an upcoming episode, it hasn't been published yet.
Maybe it will by the time this one's out.
But we never
Who knows?
got to this part of the story.
All right.
Okay. It's not published yet, right? It's another discussion with Trevor.
Oh, yeah. Well, dude, that may be published. It doesn't matter.
It's going to get published, right? It just hasn't been published
Not as
yet.
we record this, right?
And we had this party. And at this party, I met this girl.
All right.
And things were going well, right?
Okay.
I was hammered drunk, though.
Sounds
but
right.
from my recollection, dude, she was into me, right?
Oh, my God. I know the story.
And, you know, at some point, she was with like two friends. They're getting ready to leave.
Because I know where this story is going, I think it's important to give a little bit of background. Because being on the ass end of Anthony's relentlessness, it feels overwhelming.
Yeah.
And like Anthony said earlier, sometimes people would just agree to get in the ambulance just to shut him the fuck up.
Yes, they would.
And so sometimes women would agree to take Anthony's phone number just to shut him the fuck up.
Yeah, probably.
And then, of course, when it came time a couple days later to call, they wouldn't call.
Yeah, this is the era before texting.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Nowadays, forget it, dude.
Yeah,
if
and
I'm
so,
on them, text messages.
So they would be this this frustrating cycle of, man, I finally got over that hurdle, got the number, and then nothing.
Yeah, so
All
I
right,
would
so
make
now-
sure
Yeah.
that I gave them my number because I
Right.
learned taking their number,
Yeah.
dude, they just give you a fake number or
Yeah.
whatever. So
And it's harder to get, too.
right?
It's harder to cross that threshold.
But just give them mine.
Yeah.
Right? So I give this girl the number, and her 2 friends are leaving, and I'm like walking them out to the
Yeah.
car, and I say to her, "Hey, you better call me," and she says, "I will."
Right.
But her "I will," it did for what, dude? I was.
It didn't
drunk.
strike you as sincere?
Dude, I was really drunk.
Yeah.
Like I remember that night, I drank way too much.
Sure.
I was wasted, right? And I look at her and I go from smiling, I'm happy or whatever, to this like just stone cold face that I
Right.
had. And I go, good, because if you don't, I'll fucking kill you, right? And,
Wow.
Yeah, and she looked at me, and like apparently.
It seems serious.
Yeah. Apparently that didn't go as well as I thought it would. You know.
Did she not call you?
No,
she
she never
ran the
called me.
risk. She's like, yeah, that's a risk I'll take.
Yeah, she probably moved.
Yeah.
She probably left country
Yeah.
or something. But yeah,
Oh.
dude. But I remember. Well,
Yeah.
first off, I remember not remembering saying that. I remember somebody
got reported
told
back
me
to you.
about it the next day. That it might have been Trevor,
Yeah.
right, who was out there with me,
Dude.
and
that's
he's like,
fun.
dude. And then you said to her
Right.
that if she didn't call, you were gonna fucking kill her. And he's like, and you weren't joking. You were like serious about it. And I was
Oh
like,
my God.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. No, he's like, no, dude, you definitely said that. And then
Yeah.
you repeated it again.
So
to like
this-
really drive that point home.
This is Anthony the Tryhard,
Yeah.
and it can get to an unhealthy level.
Yeah. Well, you know, I feel like I've since mellowed out a little bit.
Maybe about some things.
Yeah, well,
but
you know,
not
if-
about this podcast.
Well, if you would just do what I say.
Yeah, right, exactly. Then you wouldn't have to relentlessly call and,
Yeah, this
and
would be a lot easier
Dude.
if you just get in the ambulance.
right. So Anthony and I talk every day on the phone.
Yes. Some days I give you a break.
Yeah, but not usually.
Yeah.
I'll call you or you'll call me
Yeah.
or whatever. But we both have jobs where we can talk on the phone while we're doing the job.
Sometimes, yeah.
And so we'll talk. And seriously, half the phone calls are about the podcast.
Not so much anymore.
Well, you got some other stuff going on
Yeah.
right now, but generally in normal times,
Sure.
maybe half the calls are about the podcast.
It's our prep time.
Yeah, and this podcast, it ain't exactly Joe Rogan. It's not providing income for
No.
either of us. That's for sure.
No, but you guys could help change that.
You could,
Yeah, if you just
Yeah,
start
shit.
telling a friend.
Right.
Yeah.
So what he just said to you, dear listener, is what he always says to me. Like, he just needs a little more effort out of me.
Yeah.
And whatever effort I'm putting in, just need a little more. Just need you to do, we're only talking about 5 minutes. And he's right. It's not a huge effort.
Sometimes the ask
Yeah,
on
it's
my
very
part
small.
is extremely minimal.
But it's fucking continuous.
Well,
Yeah, because you're a hustler. You're a tryhard. And you're doing that with this podcast.
Yeah.
You're being relentless.
so with this podcast, right, I have a vision, okay, of where this can go and what this can be.
Sure.
Because I believe in us, right?
I
I
get
believe
it.
wholeheartedly in what we're doing. I believe wholeheartedly that we're good at this, right? And it's not like a self-glazing thing or whatever. I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, I know our banter is good.
There's a lot of trash out there,
True.
right? And some of that trash has a bigger audience than ours,
Yeah.
right? Just because of whatever factors. Okay, sometimes it's just girls talking about their butthole. Which,
Sure.
if we could get a girl to talk about her butthole on this show,
Yeah.
and she's pretty,
Yeah.
dude, it would help, right? But it's not what we want to do,
Sure.
right? It's not the content we want to do. So, because I believe so much in what we're doing, I want you to feel and have that same belief. And I know
Right.
that, dude, it's that I have to just back off because you're not me. You're not
That
wired
is correct.
the same way.
And to me, this is a hobby.
Yeah.
It's something that I
It's a
enjoy.
hobby for me too.
Right. But I want it to stay a hobby. I want it to stay not work.
Yeah, well, or at least have that work be worth it.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Sure. And when it gets to be where Anthony is like a multi-level marketing, somebody with Scentsy or Lululemon and is coming at me continuously trying to get me in their downline. And I'm like, dude, I just want to get rich the old-fashioned way. Go to work and put money into my retirement account. Though. Yeah. And then it's just fucking relentless.
Well, hey, man, you need to stadium pulse this thing. You can...
Don't do a stadium pulse about you being a tryhard about the podcast.
Dude. Got to get those views. So,
yeah. So to your credit, the podcast is growing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ever so slowly, it is growing.
Sure.
And you have, dude, because I've told Anthony directly, look, if this starts to become work, where, I got to show up and punch in, and I'm going to not want to do it anymore.
No, I'll have to replace you.
You're right, exactly, which would be tough because I have all the equipment.
Yeah,
I mean, equipment can be bought. Yeah, that's true. And so you've been now trying to find this balance.
I think I've done pretty well.
I think you have too. And while I'm here, right, here we are recording. And looks like we're only going to do 2 episodes today, which is, so we obviously pre-record episodes. They don't go out live.
No.
And so right now we have 6 episodes in the can, something like that.
This will give us 9.
Yeah. And he's like, dude, you got to come over because we've only got 6 episodes in the can and we really need to get more in there.
Yeah. Well,
I'm like, dude, you're talking about 2 months worth of episodes.
Yeah. But, things happen, right? Health concerns, schedules.
The difficulty, is the scheduling.
Well, and then on top of it, if for example, today, we thought, well, maybe we'll do 4 episodes, but it turns out we're only going to do half that.
Right.
Well, okay. Well, those 2 episodes, they're not ever going to get done, down the road.
Right. They're not in the can.
They're not in the can.
Right.
Right.
And that's the big thing is what turns it into a job is when we got to release an episode on Wednesday and there's nothing in the can.
Yeah.
And now you have to do it. That's the problem.
So I try as best I can to give us as much cushion so that never comes up because I know if that comes up,
it's going to be a problem.
And I'm like, Al, we have to do this.
Right.
You're going to be like,
and the product is affected too because you really, when you're doing a show we try to have good energy, try to bring enthusiasm.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, exactly. And so if you're doing it fuck, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
It's going to come through on the microphones.
Well, and our audience will know that.
Right, exactly. And so, credit where it's due. Right, we have now had we've made 70, 80 episodes.
We're over 80 total when you count what's in the can.
What's in the can too. Yeah, and that's a lot.
Dude, yeah.
And I'm still having fun.
Yeah, and dude, the Scafacci-verse is so vast.
It is.
Dude, there's endless things that we can talk about in the future. We have so many good things coming.
That's true.
Dude, yeah. The episodes that we have in mind are so good coming up. I can't fucking wait to record. I mean, it's just so good. And I'm chomping at the bit, dude. Because I know it's going to be good, But hey, that's a story for another time. We got to get out of here. We're running out of time. Right? And so do you have a closing try-hard-esque type sponsor?
I do. Yeah. I do. It is comes from one of our favorite fans. It's another Rock Hard Caulk.
I like Rock Hard Caulk.
Yep, they're back in the rotation.
Every time you say that, it doesn't necessarily come out the way you want it to.
I try to pronounce the L every time.
I love Rock Hard Caulk.
Dude, I love Rock Hard Caulk. Oh, dude, I heard a good joke the other day.
Fucking Eric Benediction.
I know this isn't the kind of podcast where we tell other people's jokes, but this one I really enjoyed. It was I signed up to be in a clinical trial of boner pills. And these new boner pills.
I like how you just bring this up with no time left in the show.
Yeah.
Dude, we're going another 10 minutes.
No, this is a short joke. Okay. All right, so I signed up to be in this clinical trial for boner pills.
Oh, this is a joke. I thought you really did this.
No.
I missed it. Sorry.
No. Well, we can pretend I did. It doesn't matter. The joke
better
is the same.
If you need boner pills.
Yeah, so anyway, going back to the setup. Yeah, so Anthony, I forgot to tell you that I signed up for this clinical trial for boner pills.
Yes, it plays much better now.
Right, this really happened in my real life.
Go limp dick.
Yeah, because I got a limp dick. And so anyway, so I sign up, and unfortunately, as you might expect for a trial like this, they get a lot more men signed up than women.
Sure.
And unfortunately, there weren't enough women, and so I got assigned to a male-only test group.
Okay.
And, It was awkward at first, but I took the medication, and dude, I gotta tell you, I had a rock hard cock, not caulk. I had a rock hard cock, and I had some of the best sex that I've ever had in my life.
Really?
It was. I mean, I was fucking rock hard,
Nice.
and dude, the sex was unfucking believable in this male only group. And then I found out after the fact I was in the placebo group. Yeah.
But
Yeah, there you go.
I thought that was going to be better.
Yeah, it was better. I think, well.
Did you make the joke up?
No, I
you
heard it.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know where I went wrong.
I don't know.
Anyway.
It's okay.
Yeah, see, because in the placebo group, I didn't even get boner pills. I just had a boner because I was in the sex group with all the men.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you
right,
had
that's
sex
the joke.
with a man?
Yeah.
Oh,
and I had a
it's
raging heart. I missed that part in the... All right, we're going to go.
Yeah.
Let's do our final sponsor and get out of here. You know, they can't all be winners. And this is the humanity of it. Rock Hard Caulk. Hey, guys. Are you sick of home improvement projects leaving you feeling flaccid? Do you stare at those gaps and cracks and just wish you had something robust enough to fill them? Well, wish no more. Introducing Rock Hard Caulk, the ultimate heavy-duty, all-purpose caulk designed for the man who knows how to get things done. Rock Hard Caulk isn't just strong, it's unyielding. Appropriate to today's episode.
Relentless.
It is relentless. That's right.
Fucking ambulance.
Our advanced formula ensures a tight, durable seal every single time.
It's going to hurt you more than it hurts me.
It only hurts more if you resist. It's the kind of caulk you can confidently grip, squeeze, and apply to any crevice, knowing it's going to hold firm. So next time you're staring down a drafty door frame or a loose tile, don't just stand there. Grab your Rock Hard Caulk. Because when you've got Rock Hard Caulk in your hand, you know you're ready for anything.
All right. For Anthony Scafacci.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm Alan Gigax.
This has been a balls deep production of the Scafacciverse podcast. We are out.